Hi everyone, it's Daisy here with a Confessions of the Paper Addict layout that I'm going to be doing, and I'm using the Christmas background cut file that I believe is free in the Facebook group today only. So if you aren't a member of the Facebook group, please head on over there. I'll show you the cut file in a minute. I just wanted to show you how I store my Christmas items. I do keep them separate for the most part. Just because I find that it makes it easier when I'm doing Christmas layouts if everything is together. So this iris container holds all of my Christmas papers, and it's a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got most of them at Tuesday morning or on sale, so I mean, I have a lot. This whole iris container is full. I don't know if you can see that, but I have I think 4 paper pads in here, and then a lot of loose papers as well. So this is how I store my papers. And then this one is another 12 by 12 iris container. Holds all of my embellishments, my stamps. As you can see, I think I'm going to come up with a better plan for those. I just acquired all of these Stamping Up ones from Liz, who is in the Freeze gang, and she rehomed some of her stamps to me, so that was fabulous. But it also holds some scrap pieces of paper that I'm not quite ready to throw away yet. So it's, you know, packed to the top. So, and that's it. I only keep 2 iris containers, that's all. I don't need any more Christmas stuff than that, and even that is too much. So, to the cut file. My poor tortured cut file. So I backed it all off camera just because if you watch my channel, you know I don't back cut files like this very often, especially the smaller ones. I don't have the patience for it. It's very frustrating to me. I love them and I think they're gorgeous, and I love when other people do it, and then I go to do it and I feel like I just destroy it. So this cut file unfortunately had a lot of stuff going against it. First of all, I used a thinner paper, but which is fine. I like using thinner paper for cut files. This is like a 65-pound paper. But the problem is I use spray adhesive to attach it to my mat because my mats aren't sticky anymore, and I put too much spray adhesive on and then left it on my cutting mat because I was cooking dinner. And so when I came to pull it off, like all of my paper started separating because it was, you know, adhered to my cutting mat. Oh, so that was, you know, tragedy number 1. So then that weakened a lot of the points. So you can see like the thinner pieces of my cut file kind of broke apart. But I figure when I stick it down, I'll be able to stick it back together for the most part. So yeah, so I backed everything using these 3 paper pads. I have the Illustrated Faith Christmas, the Holly Jolly Christmas from Bella Boulevard, and then this is from My Mind's Eye called Merry Little Christmas. And I used just a little bit of this because I needed like this color green to go in here. I also used some shimmery cardstock. It's called Star Dream from Cardstock Warehouse, as well as some craft cardstock. So now I'm going to put this on fast forward and yeah, do my regular thing. But I just wanted to show you this kind of in real time before I got going. Okay, so now I'm going to work on picking my background paper, and I love this background paper, that one with the swirls. I do end up using that on another layout coming up here. Actually, I think it comes out today. So there will be another video on my channel today as well. So like I said, I backed all of this cut file and I chose to use this background paper. It's a pattern paper that I think is from it's either from a Die Cuts with a View paper pad or one of the Michaels Hot Buy paper pads. And it just has little dots of pretty much all the colors that I use to back the cut file. And so I thought it was perfect, and it let the cut file stand out, but like not too much because I was afraid of the cut file overshadowing my picture. So now comes the tricky part of gluing this all down and trying to get it to fit back together. Because like I said, a couple of the weaker pieces did come apart because of the struggle I was having. It was, yeah, a nightmare with this cut file. It's not the cut file's fault by any means. I'm not blaming the cut file. It's totally user error. So, yeah, I love this cut file. I think it's so adorable. All these little pieces, and it's just amazing. So, like I said, I backed them all with some fun foam, and now I'm just adhering everything down, making sure everything's, stuck down really well because I don't want it to go anywhere. And then I was thinking about using that as my title, the Merry Christmas, down there, but I end up not liking it down there. I feel like it's too heavy down in that bottom corner. And I had accidentally put my picture away when I was cleaning up before this layout, so I had to dig it out. And this is just a picture of my older daughter. We went to see Christmas lights, and there is Santa's Village, which is, I want to say it's in a neighborhood, so it's got to be like somebody's house or something, and they put this thing on where they like pull out all these decorations and Santa's there, and it's called the North Pole. That's what it's called. And so she was posing in front of these lollipops, and so I thought it was a great photo, and it fit well with this background cut file because it kind of reminds me of everything Christmas. There's snow on the ground. Everybody was whining and kind of miserable, and yeah, it's just, perfect Christmas memories. So I backed it with some parchment paper, and then I am using that gold foil snowflake to also back my photo because I wanted to pull in more of the gold foil, excuse me, the gold foiling, because I thought I was going to use that piece as my title, but I don't end up getting it on there, so, but I already committed to the gold. So now I'm going to kind of play around with where I want my photo to be. I've decided to sacrifice the gingerbread man. And so he ends up getting covered up for the most part. I'm going to take this snowflake off and put it somewhere else because it was just going to be completely covered. So in the gingerbread man, you can still see his legs when I'm done, but something had to be sacrificed for my photo. And I pull in that little tag, and I can't remember, I think that's from Sweater Weather, and it says hello there. And then I'm also going to pull in this little penguin. I'm just trying to use up some bits that I have from a leftover kit, or some leftovers that I have from a kit. And so I'm making quite a, I'm so close to using everything up. So I'm using some of these cut aparts. These are from Pretty Little Studio. And I think I use Fa La La, Jingle Bells, and Wishes. And then here's where I'm thinking about moving that and trying to decide if I use it as my title, if I'm going to use it as my title piece. But it just ends up like pulling your eye directly to it, and I want you to look at the photo. So now I'm cutting apart some more of these little pieces. I thought that I might want to sprinkle them around the layout or have another cluster. But I think I only end up putting that ho 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 one on. I take the other ones off. And again, just trying to decide how I want to embellish, but really with a cut file like this, it's not really necessary to embellish that much because there's so much already going on. So I'm just trying to cluster some things around my photo just to, you know, pull your eye to the major source of stuff, I guess. And so I pulled this flare out, and this is from Felicity Jane a couple years ago from the Hello Christmas collection. And then I pulled out these fancy pants. What are they? Words. Puffy, or they're epoxy, I think. And I'm going to use the Happy Holidays. And I'm going to shop it around a little bit. But I end up putting it down by the photo. Again, just to really focus all the attention down in that corner. And so that's where the title is going to live. And I move the flare up. And I thought I needed to pull some more of that kind of orangey red color of these epoxy words. Kind of pull it around the layout a little bit more. It does go really well with like that candy that's over there with the polka dots on it. But I feel like I need to pull it a little bit more. So then I was thinking I needed something else. So I'm going to cut a little piece here and do one of those kind of peekaboo corner things. And use some more of that gold foil paper and just fold my corners down. I'm just going to glue them down like that. Usually I use staples, but this time I just wanted glue. I didn't want to add staples. And I'm going to pull that up there, and then that little ho 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 tab is going to go up there. And then I'm going to go to town with some sequins, because if you know me, you know it's just not done without sequins. So I pull in the Black Magic sequins, and I'm just using the gold glitter ones. Oh, and some gold mirrors, like squares. And then I'm also going to pull in the Country Magic collection and put some green big sequins, and I think some little red ones too. And that's pretty much going to be my layout. So if you don't already belong to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group, you definitely want to head on over and join, because it is the Craftmas Countdown. And if I didn't say it earlier, this is the free cut file for today, I believe. I kind of got my days mixed up, so I'm hoping that this is the one for today. If not, there is free cut files, there are games, challenges, sales, all sorts of things, so it's definitely worth heading over there and joining the Facebook group. There's going to be everything or something going on every day for the Craftmas Countdown. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!